Oh, thank fucking God. I thought that wasn't going to end. I'm
Good
sorry.
morning. Well,
Yeah.
good afternoon. Now, damn. This was supposed to be morning, but we doing this in the afternoon.
Thought
But
we.
it's
What did I just hear? You cracking open something?
cracking open a beer.
How dare you?
It's that time of the day. We gotta celebrate for the fanboys. Hey, fanboys, where are you?
So
Fanboy.
we're going to do something simple today. We're just going to watch your latest Magic beatdown belt to ass video. And Sports and Fitness might join us. He said he was going to. And we'll talk about it as we go because there's a lot in there. And as you know, the highlights that you used is only a tiny part of the story. When you watch the entire game and break it down, it actually gets even worse.
Oh yeah, it's you'll create an hour-long video trying to sort through LeBron's bullshit, man. LaFauty James.
And then you got to wade through the endless media effort trying to cover up for LeBron James and blame other people. It's amazing. And you know, the most recent one, I got to tell you, Zay, it's almost like take reality and say the exact opposite of it and just run with it.
Yep.
Like the Anthony Davis thing. Anthony Davis was holding LeBron back. Have you heard this?
Yeah, like what planet are they from saying stuff like this? I just don't know where these guys are from. Like you can't be from Earth saying things like this.
Oh,
you can't be.
More and more, it seems. Yes, you can.
It's JJ Redick should be ashamed of himself for that interview, for that post game that he did against the Magic. Ashamed of himself. Ashamed.
I got to tell you, I love when you do the Chevy truck trying to start up because he really does sound like that. I mean, the guy sounds like he's never done public speaking before in his life. And then poor James Worthy gets stuck like that too. It's like it's difficult to lie, you know. When you tell him the truth, it kind of flows out, but when you have to make up some bullshit, it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, he wasn't ready. It was funny because I thought the announcer was trying to be slick. Not the announcer, but the reporter was trying to be slick.
Oh, that fucking reporter.
LeBron's a defensive anchor of the team. Are you on drugs?
Again, take reality and just say the opposite.
I ain't gonna lie, man. The streets need whatever these reporters are smoking, man. People gonna get rich off what they're smoking. For real.
Oh my God. Do you want to deal with fanboys? I'm a part-time fanboy, and I believe the media is actually against LeBron. Like I said, take reality and say the fucking opposite. What's wrong with you fucking people?
You can just tell he just watches highlights. A lot of these guys, they just watch the highlights. They don't even watch the game. They're just watching the highlights. That's all. Well, JJ Redick knows that. But go ahead.
How can you be so irresponsible to not understand that highlights manipulate the situation?
Yeah, because even in the Magic versus Lakers highlights, they didn't show the 8-0 run to help close out the second half that brought the game down to 2 going into the third quarter. They didn't show none of that. It was just 58-50, and then boom, it's 60-50, 58. I'm like, where's all the points that they scored? You know what I mean? Like, so
it's kind of similar in terms of being responsible, how someone like an Anthony Edwards doesn't bother to learn about the past before shitting on the past. And I was Uncut Hoops revisited this topic this morning, so it's fresh on my mind. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be talking about any particular basketball player. It's just the fact that you don't know and you spoke on something without knowing about it. Like, you just don't do things like that. And here's the thing with old heads versus young people. I understand that it's a time commitment to go back and watch old stuff. or to do your homework. And I admit I probably wouldn't either. But that's one of the reasons you're supposed to listen to old people. They've been there. We lived through that, and now we're living through now. We have both. Yep. That's naturally doing your homework just by existing.
Yeah. That's a fact, man. Like, you know, a lot of these guys today, they don't like listening to their elders. You know, they don't respect the elders who've been here first, who paved the way for you, who helped you out. You know what I mean? That's the problem with the NBA. They don't respect the guys who came before them.
AOH, did you see that Pat McAfee show on YouTube when LeBron James was talking about Stephen A. Smith today? No, if it was
Pat, that was today. He went on there today to Pat McAfee.
I'm just reading the comments. I won't watch that fucking rednecks fucking show. Pat McAfee.
He had his shirt off with LeBron there, didn't he? Huh?
Oh, I don't know.
He had his arms out when Bron came.
I didn't watch that one either. I don't know. Catch me up. Do you know what's happening? What are they talking about?
You know, I worked them overnight, so like right now be the time I'm looking through the internet, trying to see what's going on. I knew he was going on the show, but I didn't know it was today. I'm definitely gonna watch that and hear what live. Should we watch it on here? They got it on here. They got some clips on here. Because I know he said something stupid. I know he did.
Well, if this StreamYard layout wasn't so fucked up, I would try and get it on here. Like I had hard enough time just getting you on here. We try. Everybody in the comments, tell us what's happening. You know what? I feel like I'm getting in the way of your productivity. You should be watching Pat McAfee and starting your video.
No, we good. I could start it after. It says LeBron's era. LeBron's era, NBA era argument, MJ's inspiration, and playing with his son Bronny. LeBron opens up about being the chosen one and the decision. Yeah, I want to hear what lies he's finna say about that for sure. Oh yeah, they got them. They got these clips broken down already. Yeah. Okay, we gonna see. They put uncensored. LeBron uncensored.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, we gonna see about that. Oh yeah. Fanboys, you know I'm on your neck. You want to get to the cash apps? No, the cash apps, but the donations. Super chat.
Have we gotten some?
Yeah, some are coming across the screen. I got one right now.
Go ahead, read it.
LeBron's from Swan Dally. LeBron said that Giannis could score 250
yeah.
in the 70s. Oh yeah, LaFody, they on your head about that, man. They are on your head.
Well, obviously, what is it doing? Giannis dominates LeBron to the extent that LeBron avoids Giannis. So you got to turn around and make Giannis look like he's one of the best that's ever existed. So LeBron has to say some shit like that.
Of course, I would say the same thing if I've been ducking somebody for 3 years. You've been ducking this guy for 3 years. Why, LaFody?
You've been at work, so you probably didn't see the video that I just released this morning.
No, I checked it out. I was listening to it while I was laying down. And I had dinner, dozed off. And I was like, man, I see the Giannis sending his shit to Planet Namek. I seen it. He's definitely been ducking Giannis. Like you can't there's no way around it that he has been ducking Giannis.
He missed 7 out of 10 of their possible meetups in the last 5 seasons. 7 out of 10.
That's a fact. Giannis locking him down.
I don't know. Email me the clips you want to talk about with McAfee, but we can get into your thing. Oh, here's a super chat from Swan Daily.
Yeah, I just read that one. I read that.
Oh, that's the one. Oh, that is the same one. Okay.
I think you got one. A couple maybe on yours on your end. What's good, chat? What's good? Oh yeah, we pulling out the belt for the fanboys today. We pulling it out.
Put some relaxer in my fro, says the ZYP. Well, I don't know. Wouldn't that be culturally offensive to Swedes if I straightened and dyed my hair?
No, man. Look, they said that LeBron said Dennis Rodman has no skill.
You know what's interesting about Dennis Rodman? If you go back and look at him on the Pistons, he actually had some offensive moves, and then he just changed in order to fit into new roles, or maybe he wasn't motivated to do anything except for show up drunk and grab rebounds. But even then, you know, you gotta respect somebody who can do that, or maybe you don't. But it's kind of amazing.
You definitely gotta respect that, man. The worm. Do y'all understand a worm? The worm. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all have to stop being disrespectful to the past, man. Dennis Rodman was a defensive menace, a real pest. I would hate to be guarded by Dennis Rodman. Wouldn't you hate to be guarded by Dennis Rodman?
I'd really hate to be guarded by Dennis Rodman.
You trying to back him down? He like when you back him down?
Here, let's play this game. Who's the last person you want to be guarded by?
Shit.
Maybe
Man.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, man. He grabbing your shorts.
It might be LeBron James, because I've seen what they allow LeBron to do to people. He'll be trying to break your fucking arm.
Put you in an arm bar.
I saw him do a hammer fist on somebody's forearm one time and not get called.
Yeah, like, get your hand out of here. Like, ah. Like, come on, man. Y'all really allow this bum to do. That's why the Lakers had that number one defense. That's what they're not understanding. The refs have started to call these fouls. Vanderbilt had 3 fouls in a minute. I've never seen something like that happen on the Lakers. So I know the Lakers must be on the hit list. Actually, I see the fanboy on ESPN say, you know, it'll be much better if the Lakers actually slip down to the 6th seed. Yeah. So are the Lakers gonna tank to get a better matchup in the first round? What part of the world are we living in where people are tanking to get a better matchup because they're scared of competition? This is the problem with the NBA.
I was just listening to a talk show. I don't know why, but it came on in my headphones while my hands were full. I was working with my hands, and they were actually criticizing the Mavericks and Anthony Davis for coming back. It's like, oh, don't compete. You shouldn't compete. You should tank. I mean, they were actually. We've gone from criticizing tanking to telling people that they should be tanking.
Embrace it. Trust the process. Fuck the process, man. You see what the process has done, right? Look at the process. Look at the 76ers right now. Complete crap. Complete crap. Hey, I still got to do my Stealing Money Monday, man. Paul George. Oh, you motherfucker, you. Paul George. You thief.
Why don't we show a little bit of your Magic Put Belt to Ass video, and then, you know, we'll do segments of it. We'll talk to the people in the chats, and then we'll show a little bit more of it.
For sure. Let's do it.
All right.
Big picture. Lakers now only 2.5 games above Minnesota for 7th. What have we been saying?
I don't know where you found that song, but it's fucking perfect.
For months. Whatever you do, do not end up in that play-in tournament. Lakers, you know, back-to-back tough losses to teams below 5.
Listen to the drama in his voice. It's like that music is actually being put on stage by the producer to match what he's saying.
100 in the
so
East.
Perfect.
Definitely got to put together some wins with 3 games left in this road trip.
Yeah, we had a really good intention to start the game.
Why does he think it's okay to speak that way? Everybody now makes us listen to their breathing difficulties and their stuttering. Everyone's becoming Kendrick Perkins.
He's staring off into his mind right now.
How am I going to lie my way through this?
You know, we tried to clean some things up in film today. We still got to clean some things up.
Grabbing
Film?
his neck, the neck grab. Oh, yeah.
That actually threw me when he said film. Like,
When do y'all watch film? When do
And
you
and is LeBron James present?
Yeah.
Do you think LeBron James is present when they review film?
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's all right. He's the defensive anchor. He doesn't need to.
He's
some
on
of our execution of coverages.
LeBron on Zoom watching film
LeBron
with the guys.
had been such like an anchor for you guys defensively.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I commented on your video. I was like, did I really just hear that guy say that?
Look how right after he knew, like JJ's like, what? He's like, I mean,
It's
like, is he
interesting.
talking the same or?
You know that JJ basically is in a partnership with LeBron James, and yet you can almost see that he's struggling with covering and buying into all of it. I mean, it's almost like he's tempted to say, no, man, that motherfucker sucks on defense.
And he's like, no one was good against the Bulls, but he was much better tonight. Fucking where?
Right.
Where?
That's right. That was hey, look, that was a clever save by him, because not a single one of those reporters is going to actually call him out on it and say, oh, really? In what way was he better tonight? No, they don't say things like, they don't say anything difficult whatsoever anymore.
No, because they screen every reporter. It's either Dave McMenamin or, you know what I mean, somebody that's along those clutch sports barriers. You know what I mean? So they're not gonna let me accidentally get a a reporter's credential and let me go ask a question, because they know, oh yeah, we got to get this guy out of here.
All right, let me hit play.
Is there rust on that side of the ball too? You know, like, is it the same activity level, the same talk as he's tried to kind of get back?
You know, nobody was good against Chicago. He was much better tonight.
I wouldn't do that just yet. 'Cause your ass is mine.
You know, that's about enough to get you sent away, because Anthony Davis didn't say that much to get traded away. By saying nobody was good against Chicago, you are, in fact, including LeBron in that. And that's as close as, I hate to give JJ credit, but that's as close as I hear anyone come to criticizing LeBron.
Yeah, that's why they have to say we. They don't say, oh, me. You notice that when they lose, LeBron's like, oh yeah, we need to do this. We. But when they win, it's me. Right?
Absolutely.
Am I right, fanboys? They're blaming Luka last night. What would you have done without Luka last night?
And that's what was true with Anthony Davis. What would they have done without Anthony Davis? And yet, all they have to do is turn around and tell a different story, because fanboys aren't going to go look it up or bother to find out if it's a lie. Oh, cool. Tell me another story. I'll happily listen to it.
Yeah, because there are fanboys that are going to follow LeBron no matter what jersey he's wearing. They're with him. I was one of those fanboys. I was packing my bags. You know what I mean? And I was traveling team to team with him. I was just like you, fanboys, but you got to come home. You got to wake up now. Fanboys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. We got him. Fanboys, you know you in trouble, right? Yup, that performance right there made me the GOAT. Yup, that one right there, that made me the GOAT.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
No, you're not.
We got another convert who says that he switched over in the comments, who says he switched in 2010. How did you not switch in 2010?
Me?
Yeah.
I was young still, man. I was, 18? About to be 18 years old. You know what I mean? I was still, I still believed the media. I was glued to ESPN, like, oh my God, he's averaging 28, 8 and 8. Oh my God. I was taking my shirt off to ESPN. I'm telling you this. Like, this is the truth. I didn't come home because I'm loyal. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this my dog. I gotta ride it out. But it just got to a point where it was just like, man, I really can't make excuses for this man. I look like a bum making excuses for this man.
If you guys want excuses and to be justified for failure, head over to FYF and Gil's Arena.
You're not. Fanboys. I remember a fanboy on ESPN saying that LaFody James can guard 1 through 5.
The best player in the NBA gets it done on both ends of the floor. LeBron James is getting it done at the age of 40 on both ends of the floor at a high level.
Jesus.
He could guard 1 through 5 defensively. He could damn near play 1 through 5. I would argue if they need him to play the center position, he's the second best center in the Western Conference behind Nikola Jokic.
I'm gonna set this up before we see the footage of it, but he got manhandled, and he was breaking the rules trying to play that center position, and he still got manhandled. I love that you showed that clip. I can't wait to look at it in more detail later on.
Do you understand how far the NBA has fallen when LeBron is supposedly the second best center in the West?
Come on.
What has happened to the big man? What has happened to the center?
Well, there's no truth to it, though. Once again, man, this is all you have to do. You just put people on TV telling lies, and the human population goes, "Yep,
I remember I talked to a fanboy. He's like, man, he could guard 1 through 5. I'm like, bro, you watch too much fucking ESPN, man. Turn off ESPN, please. Nobody in the NBA thinks this. Nobody.
Somebody in the comments just mentioned Sabonis, who's somebody that like no one talks about, or at least as far as I'm aware, no one talks about him. But he is Mr. Triple-Double himself. He got, and triple doubles don't matter. Well, when you talk about LeBron James, they do. So do they matter or do they not matter?
Oh yeah, when he was getting all those triple doubles, then when Westbrook became a triple double king, the narrative didn't change with him. They're like, oh well, he's not on a winning team. He's not winning. He's like, come on, man. Russell Westbrook is the triple double king, if we being honest, right?
Hey, was that Franz that LeBron was trying to get strong with, and Franz just like threw him off?
Oh yeah, when he was posting them up and shielding them in the post.
Yeah, and am I crazy or did LeBron?
Yeah, that was Franz.
Did he grab?
He tried to grab
him with both hands.
Yeah, but Franz is strong.
A lot of people are strong when the refs let you do illegal things.
Yeah, like. You would think we'd talk about Sabonis. Sabonis averaging 19 and almost 14 rebounds. He's leading the league in rebounds right now, man. And they don't talk about him.
No.
They do not talk about Sabonis. They're not even talking about how the Kings are going to be in the play-in / playoffs, but the Spurs have fallen into hell.
Let's play some more of your video.
Big Perk, I know they looking for your drug dealer. I know the FBI is having daily meetings like, man, we got to get these type of drugs off the streets. These are the type of drugs that they warn you about. See, I be letting it build up. I be letting the beat build. I watch the fanboys grease y'all up. I seen them do it. They've been telling y'all the Lakers got the #1 defense. The Lakers are championship contenders. OKC, BET, GED, Lakers in 5. Right now, the Lakers would be lucky to make it to Game 5. Because last night, LaFody was seeing the light. Oh, he was seeing the light.
I sworn I saw the light. A hand reaching out to me from the heavens. My mistake, it was his fist.
It's been tough for that old man over there. That old man over y'all can't eat.
Hey, just shout anytime you want me to stop.
Okay, no, go ahead. Sleep, drink. I know you're breathing different. The honey packs ain't even working no more. You watching the third quarters of Lakers games like this. I called my cousin and I couldn't even recognize him. I'm like, cuz, what are you doing? He on the phone like,
What more do you want from me?
my cousin on suicide.
Oh my God.
He on watch,
Checked
man.
into rehab today, y'all. I need y'all to wish him well. But let's get started on this fraud. This fraud walked off the court again. And not only did he walk off the court, he didn't even give up hope.
Because I included that in my video. Like, it probably wasn't even when he started it, but walking off 5 minutes and 43 seconds left in the fourth in a playoff game. And then he's only continued to do it since then. LeBron, he sets these terrible trends.
You remember when the Pistons walked off against Jordan?
Yeah.
And they talk about that still to this day, like, oh, they're unsportsmanship.
The game was over at least. I mean, I don't want to defend it, but the fucking game was over.
LeBron just get the walk it off, 1 minute left, 2 minutes left. Like, come on, man, knock it off.
You know what's funny? After that happened, I remember when he did it, including the flop against Chris Paul. I went and I looked up comebacks and some of the greatest comebacks in NBA history, and people have pulled off in less time crazier comebacks. Like, you just have to have the fight in you, though. LeBron would rather like show everyone that he's disappointed. It's everyone else's fault. And the media just keeps allowing him to get away with it, and therefore his behavior gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, it's sad. It's like watching a toddler who doesn't get his favorite toy. You know what I mean? It's like watching a toddler.
That's exactly what his face looked like on the bench with the J.R. Smith thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The game wasn't even over. We're talking about the J.R. Gaff.
Yeah.
The game wasn't even over. He already given up before the overtime started, Fanboys. This is why that's when I started to get upset with him around that period, right? I'm like, dude, the game is not over. Go finish the game.
Similar theme when he went down on his knees against the Celtics with that fingertip foul from Tatum that wasn't called. The game wasn't over, but mentally he was done.
Mm-hmm. Fanboys, your attitude. If you're supposed to be the leader of the team is going to follow the energy of the leader. That's what you have to understand. And when your leader is pouting, your leader is disappointed, your leader is sad, everybody's going to follow.
Yep. Or they have to be a bigger man to not follow. And if you do that, then you're going to get traded.
Foreman's right there made me the GOAT. Yep, that one right there. That made me the GOAT.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh, did I rewind?
Yeah, you rewinded it.
GED Lakers in 5. Right now, the Lakers would be lucky to make it to game 5. Because last night, LaFody was seeing the light. Oh, he was seeing the light.
I sworn I saw the light. A hand reaching out to me from the heavens. My mistake, it was his fist.
It's been tough for that old man over there. Yo, I know y'all can't eat, sleep, drink. I know you're breathing different. The honey packs ain't even working no more. You watching the third quarters of Lakers games like this?
I'm still rewinding. We're gonna jump.
Like,
we're gonna jump to the footage.
Let's
go. Take a look at some of that defense. Wendell Carter, hey Mr. Carter, look at him laughing. He like, man, y'all got a fossil trying to guard me. Buffalo wing time. Anthony Black blacked out. He said, "Give me that gummy bear, man. I'm taking it down court." LeBron like, "Yup, you got him, Vandy." Yeah. LaFody, a real mannequin.
Why did he stop?
Let's watch Bonchero take it space.
Fanboys, answer Zay's question. Why did he stop?
Like he literally, like he was about to time up a block, you know, his signature chase down. Block by James. Y'all was about to take y'all shirts off. What happened?
There's a limited amount of juice in that roid shot. Like, have you seen the times where sometimes his body just crumples on the floor? He just stops working.
Like he's having a malfunction or something. Man.
Like he's having a fucking malfunction. But hey, we're cherry picking. We can't talk about.
Oh yeah, yep.
We're cherry picking. I mean, it takes me 2 hours to get through everything LeBron does wrong in every game, but that's cherry picking.
Goes coast to coast. LaForty like, yeah, he go to chase down. Yeah, all right. At least he contested on defense there, because here he was like, the hell. Oh, you gonna stay in that zone?
One
huh?
second.
When y'all in that zone, I'm feeling like I'm at home.
Did you say what?
Yeah, I said, can you pause? Fanboys, he done had 2 weeks off. Did he not? We know he's not hurt. Did he not run? Did he not keep up his conditioning? What is going on? The whole entire Lakers look like this. They're following the lead of their leader. The Lakers are playing how LaForty is playing on defense. Go ahead.
All right, let's go.
Bonchero, easy work. Easy. I told y'all this bum is a mannequin. He don't even try to fight over the top. You supposed to fight over the top of that LaForty? What are you doing?
Hey. What are you doing? But wait, there's more.
Look at the arm bar, trying to put him in that
Oh,
arm
yeah,
bar.
this one here.
LeBron
Oh,
said,
fanboy.
no, give it here. Shield him out. Shield
That's
him the bum.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Go
Let's
back. Run
go.
that one back. Let's.
I should have prepared a zoom in on that.
There's more.
Look at the arm bar, trying to put him in that arm bar. But Franz said, no, give it here. Shield him out. Shield.
He just shook that off.
Yeah, like get out of here, bum. Give me that.
Shielding the
Well, I guess Franz must be on steroids too. Is that what fanboys are going to say?
You know they got their excuses, man. You know it.
bum. Let's
He's
go.
like, let's go, old
Look how
ass
he
man.
act like he finna help right here. Trying to scare Franz. Franz like, bum, I ain't scared of you. Come here.
Look who's added to the stage, everybody. Uh-oh.
Hey.
Fanboys.
My man. Sports and fitness rants. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? You guys can hear me?
Yeah, you brought my volume up. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on. Let's get in here.
I see you guys got some footage going, man.
We're just watching Zay's latest video and commenting on it. You just missed Franz shrugging off LeBron, illegally grabbing him with two hands.
I remember that play. You know, I heard you guys talking earlier about the finals with J.R. Smith, and you guys were talking about LeBron James walking off the court and all of these kinds of things, the antics of LeBron James. You guys remember how they try to create a narrative around him walking off the court. They tried to say that he's such a competitor. He was so upset he had to walk off the court early. That's the narrative that they try to sell you. If you remember that 2018 game, the game one that you guys were talking about, what does Nick Wright tell you? Nick Wright sells that as the greatest NBA Finals game of all time. A 50-point loss is the greatest NBA Finals game of all time because LeBron James scored 50 points. That's the narrative, and that's how they try to sell it.
That's a fact.
I was saying to Zay before, this is the world we live in now. Take reality and say the opposite of it, and people just eat it. They just consume it. Okay.
They run with it.
One
thing I want to say to the chat, they like, man, shout out Chicago. Hey, shout out to Chicago, nigga. Shout out. My Chicago guys. What's up with it?
Yo, shout out to my man Uncut Hoops. I see him in the chat. He asked if Robin can please go nuclear on LeBron James saying Giannis will score 250 points in a game. Yo, my man Uncut, I just dropped a video like, I don't know, an hour or 2 hours ago, whatever it was, on that same very topic. I don't know if you guys talked about it already on here.
We talked about it a little bit. Well, two things. The continued disrespect of the past in order to raise yourself while complaining that everybody shits on the present. That's crazy. Two, my video shows that LeBron James has ducked Giannis 7 out of the 10 last meetings. So what else are you going to do but try and make Giannis look like he's one of the greatest ever, because that's who LeBron had to face. I mean, it's all manipulative.
Your video was fantastic earlier, AOH. I watched it. That was great. Yeah, Doug, for real, man. Like I said, you did some really good research on that, and you pulled out all the stops. Once again, you providing the video footage and the facts, the evidence to support what we're saying here. A lot of these guys on these podcasts aren't here in the media. They never given you any evidence to support what they're saying. So LeBron James will say that Giannis would score 250 points in a single game in the 70s, but he gave you no evidence or anything to support that statement. You can't turn around and say, yeah, well, Giannis has one of the best go-to moves in NBA's history. You can't say, well, Giannis is a 7-8-time scoring champ, so I can see him doing that. You can't say any of these things. And the fact remains that this era of NBA allows you to score easier than any other era. That's the fact. There's no way that LeBron James can get around that notion. The freedom of movement, the rule changes, the guys not giving the same effort every single night, star players load managing, it ain't the same. So LeBron James will say, and once again, if you guys focus on the words that he said and how he said them, very condescending. He said the 70s, as if the 70s was 300 years ago, and these guys were not playing basketball, or those guys were playing on an 8-foot rim, and they were playing in a smaller court. I mean, that's the way he talks about them. But remember, like you just said, AOH, LeBron James, the same guy that a couple months back, when people were saying that Michael Jordan would average 50 in this era, he took offense to that. Oh, how could you say that about the guys today in this era? You just think anyone could just come in here? No, not anyone. Michael Jordan, we're saying. And why do they say Michael Jordan? Because Michael Jordan is recognized by most people as the greatest offensive player in NBA's history, guys. His overall game would allow him to, so that you can, I mean, what's closer to reality? Michael Jordan averaging 50 in this era, or Giannis scoring 250 in a game?
Is that a question? That's the part of the world that we're living in. We gotta ask hypothetical questions like
exactly.
That's
it just reeks of insecurity. Just know that you're better if you actually believe that you're better, and don't shit on other people. You know, it honestly, it reminds me of when I was less mature, and believe it or not, I was even less mature than now, in which you guys probably all did it. Didn't we all do it as a growing up process? Kind of like rip on someone else in order to feel better, or like they're standing next to you. Oh, don't look at me. Look at this guy. I mean, yeah, you changed over time. You found some stage in life. I mean, Zay matured later than the rest of us because he was a LeBron fan, but he got there eventually.
I mean, you're right, and wait, you know, a lot of that stuff, sometimes if you think, or if we relate it to sports, you're a competitor. So you're being competitive. So maybe you downplay somebody, or like you said, you might trash talk people, you know, something like that. You know, I heard you guys mention the walking off the court thing from LeBron James with like 5 minutes to go in that playoff series against the Phoenix Suns. Let's remind everybody that that was when the Lakers were defending champions and they made the play-in. They couldn't even make an actual playoff spot as defending champs, and they lost to the Phoenix Suns. But if you guys remember, LeBron James walking off the court, and then heard you guys mention Isaiah Thomas, the huge difference between what Isaiah Thomas did, and we all give Isaiah Thomas flack for that, and rightfully so, because what Michael Jordan reciprocated the sportsmanship. He always stood on the court and shook their hands. So he should have paid Michael Jordan that same respect. But at least Isaiah Thomas walked off with the team. He didn't just walk off by himself. LeBron James walked off by himself like a little pouty baby, like you said, Zay.
Well, it was even simpler. I said the game was fucking over. You know, it wasn't a classy move, but at least the game was over.
Yeah, and he walked out with the team. That's the important part. He didn't walk off by himself and create a spectacle, create a show.
5 minutes, that's insane.
Yeah, almost 6 minutes.
I mean, that's great. And wait, you said something about teams having comebacks with 5 minutes to go in a game. That happened. You could have came back in that game, and Zay, you said something right on the money. The team is going to follow the energy of the leader. So once again, this is what we talk about when Michael Jordan retired in '93. Why were the Bulls able to still maintain some level of efficiency and some level of success? Because of the residue that Michael Jordan left over from all those years of tough practices and intensity.
Exactly. Exactly, sports. Exactly, bro.
Wagner out-muscled that old man over there. Thank you, none of the above 101. He did, and Wagner doesn't look like he's that muscular. I mean, it's not, you know, he's not exactly yoked, but that's not always what it means. You know, some of it, we've all ran into people that didn't look like they were worthy opponents, and then they fucking wiped the floor with you. So You can't judge a book by its cover, right?
Absolutely. That's a big problem for a lot of these guys in this era. When you hear people speak, they're more worried about what I look like, what I'm wearing, than what I'm actually saying. You guys are weirdos.
Isn't it interesting? By the way, Robin, you talked about go-to moves. Why do you even need a go-to move now? There's an open lane.
Yeah.
Dribble straight forward and yell, "Hey!"
Hey!
No,
Can
hey,
you
wait,
imagine-
you're on the money. That's a great point that you're making. And really what we're doing there when we talk about a lack of go-to move is what I'm doing is highlighting the other eras of NBA. When we think about the 70s and the amount of big bodies, big men, the way the game was played on the inside out, you had to have a well-rounded, fundamentally sound game. So for someone to say that you're going to score 250 in the game, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who we all recognize is a much greater scorer because of that go-to move that he has in Giannis, he never even scored 250 points in a game. Wilt Chamberlain never scored 250 points in a game. I believe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's high in the 70s was like 55, if I remember correctly. Pistol Pete Maravich didn't even score 250 points in a game. And he got way more skills than Giannis does. George Iceman Gervin didn't score 250 points in the game, and he's a hell of a fine scorer. Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, right? None of these guys scored 250 points in a game.
I mean, look what they do to us, though. I mean, what are we talking about?
250
he said
points.
250 points, and we're actually acknowledging the stupidity of LeBron James.
Oh yeah, we got good content for the day, man. You know, I gotta break this shit down. I didn't even watch it
yet.
yet.
On the head. Because how many times, and I'm sure you guys get the same comments as I do, how many times you get one of these LeBron James weirdos tell you about you're just making up stuff to do a video on LeBron. I don't make this stuff up. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, God damn, this dude said that.
Hey, let's flip that around. Wilt Chamberlain would score 750 today. Okay.
Oh my God. In a wide open.
And that's the facts.
That's a fact.
He'll pole vault and high jump from half court and dunk on the open lane.
Who's gonna imagine if he's being guarded by someone like Bam Adebayo? And I'm not knocking Bam Adebayo, but he's a center in today's game. He would get dominated by someone like a Wilt Chamberlain. Come on.
Let's watch some more footage, huh?
Yep.
Oh, fucking StreamYard. I got to figure out the layout again. I'm sorry, Robin. I hate StreamYard.
No, I know, man. I know. Listen, like I said, it's all good. I really appreciate you doing these shows for, it's awesome.
And in the meantime, kids, do y'all not understand what Michael Jordan would do in today's era? Just look at Shea. You see what Shea is doing? Oh my God, it'd be ×4.
Yup.
Mid-range demon.
Did y'all see him protecting his shooting percentage? He know he was gonna go over.
Yeah, this right here, Fanboys. Oh my God.
Look at him. Pass the ball at the end of the court.
Dude. Dude. What the fuck? Welcome to being LeBron James's teammate. Holy shit. And that's not uncommon. Don't say that we cherry pick. I see LeBron do this all the time for his stats. The fact that he would do that means that he's actually thinking about his stats during that game instead of concentrating on winning.
Yup.
Exactly.
As bad as LeBron is at the perimeter, there was a better chance of your team getting some points by you going ahead and taking a slightly more high quality shot than throwing it to your teammate. That means he doesn't care about winning. He cares about his stats. Or he's dumb as fuck, because that is a terrible decision.
You're going to pass the ball with 2 seconds left.
Yep.
Are you serious?
It's a combination of those two, AOH. The lack of high IQ, that once again, another narrative that they try to sell us and promote, that LeBron James is the highest IQ in NBA's history. That's insane. Like you said, when you look at some of these plays on the court, the man stumbling and bumbling out there. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I want to say it was Mario Chalmers that was talking about this. He was saying, he's like, when Bron hands you you get that ball with 2 seconds left, you have no moves to make. You have to shoot the shot. You can't even make a move in 2 seconds. You have to shoot it just so he doesn't mess up his shooting percentage.
Well, that's
boys. Wake up.
He passed it with 2 seconds left. It got to the other guy with maybe 1 second left. There was no 2 seconds there. Vince, he barely got that ball out of his hands in time.
I mean, wait, and Zay, if we think about what I said earlier about Nick Wright celebrating and promoting that game 1 in 2018 as the greatest finals performance in the history of the game, if we think about the end of the regulation, are we going to sit here and really try to say that that was a smart high IQ by LeBron James to drop the ball up to George Hill under the backboard? You gave this man no opportunity. You gave him the ball in no man's land. And once again, you gave it to George Hill. Who the hell is George Hill? You're at the rim in the paint. You're having a game, and you pass the ball to George Hill. Why? Because you were scared to get fouled and go to the free throw line with your team down by 1 point, man. And then what do the LeBron James fans do? They blame George Hill for missing a free throw. No, I blame LeBron James for putting George Hill in that position. At least the man made 1 or 2.
Right, that's not his pay grade. I don't want the janitors shooting the last shot. I don't want the janitors shooting free throws to win the game. That's not his job. And actually, we were all wrong. He actually passed the ball with 0.8 seconds left.
I was going to say,
pull up the clip. Like, let me just make sure it was
like that didn't look like 2 seconds.
He caught the ball with 0.2 seconds left, and wow. And LeBron is just looking like, yep, shoot it. Yep.
All right. Yep. Let me see if I can rewind that.
So they don't even get a shot off.
Someone said in the comments that as soon as AOH plays the video footage, all the LeBron James fans disappear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they don't want to see the footage.
Fanboys, take a look at this.
You know he was going to go 0 for 3. You know he wasn't going to hit a 3 tonight. Look at him. Pass the ball at the end of the quarter, so they don't even get a shot off.
I love how his teammate knew that there wasn't much time left on the clock. He didn't even attempt to try to catch the ball and land. He went right into the shot.
Yep.
This was right here. This pose is 0.2 seconds, 0.8 seconds left. 0.8 right here. 0.8.
You know how vague it is to talk about somebody's IQ? The fuck the basketball IQ? What is basketball IQ? I mean, what kind of a genius do you have to be? Like, you guys, we all played with really good basketball players in high school who understood the game. People just understand the game. They're good with it. Like, this does not equal. Like, if you pass the ball a little bit better than someone else, how much does that raise your actual IQ? Anyway.
Boys, what's your excuse for not taking this shot? This is the problem. He cares more about stats than winning.
Yep.
Luka, you better get yours because LaFauti doesn't care. He doesn't care if you're his friend. Look how he's done his other friends. He's deleted all his friends from the team. He even told you about it.
That man was your friend, and you killed him.
Oh, this team was powerful.
Come on, my friend, huh? Yeah. Because he knows my first name? Son, this is the game. I'm playing his ass. That's my job. That's your job.
I thought I was literally watching LeBron talk when I heard that. I was like, this is exactly what he does.
That fucking...
Go ahead, Airway. Sorry.
No, that movie emotionally scarred me when it came out, and I continue to watch it all the time because it's incredible. But holy shit, that was dark.
Yeah, Denzel is a legend.
Yo, you see what LeBron James just did right there? See, what that is right there is an indictment on a guy who's been in the league for 22 seasons now and never developed any kind of dribble move, any kind of handling with any efficiency. That's what I'm saying when I say stumbling and bumbling. That's a stumble and bumble. You ever see LeBron James when he wants to try to do a dribble move? What does he do? He takes about 2 or 3 steps back off the man to get some room. He does that corner between the legs, and then he turns his back to try to back the defender down from the three-point line. I saw LeBron James against the Chicago Bulls a couple of nights ago, backing down Kobe White, who is 6'5", 195. LeBron James trying to back him down from the three-point line. Insane.
LeBron James.
Is Kobe White 6'5"?
That's what it says. I don't even think he is that.
Man, he don't look 6'5".
I thought he was like 6'3".
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, man,
LeBron James has ass to the basket back down Steph Curry. So it gets worse.
Look at him trying to run back, though.
So do we have to compliment him? Things are so bad that we actually have to compliment him when he finally runs back. I'm going to turn the sound off and just play that again, that stumbling and bumbling. Maybe I shouldn't.
Always watch Training Day. Oh,
He trying to put it through his legs.
Oh God, that's terrible.
year 22.
I gotta play the sound here.
Hard by Akon. He tried so hard to get up that court, didn't he? I tried so hard.
You know what's funny, man? If you look at LeBron James' career, the lack of development, it jumps out at you when you look at the turnover numbers for LeBron James. This man has never averaged under 3.5 turnovers, 3 turnovers. And even this year, he's averaging damn near 4 turnovers a game for his career. Where's the development from LeBron James, man?
When somebody put up a video of Kendrick Perkins and LeBron dribbling, and it was literally at the same speed.
Yup.
It was the same speed. I'm like, man, that's why I keep calling him the Kendrick Perkins package, because that's literally what he got. He got the Kendrick Perkins dribble package.
Speaking of Perkins, when he made that ridiculous quote about getting it done at a high level at both ends.
Both ends.
Yeah. And I started breaking down the very game that he said that after, and I couldn't get through it. Again, I know everybody that likes the videos. I'm sorry I'm letting you down, but it is hard to get through all of LeBron James's bullshit, especially when you're trying to balance life outside of this thing. It's coming. It's coming.
One thing I want to say to the fanboys, I told you when his athleticism fades, you're going to see the real LeBron. This is LeBron if he did not have any athleticism. And you see he's struggling. You see it's all bad for him.
Which strength?
Zay, man, another great point, Zay, man. You hitting it on the head right now, man. You're on fire with that. When you talk about the lack of overall development, like you said, so your athleticism is waning in the later part of your career, but you never worked on an overall game to help you replace that loss of athleticism. When we talk about Michael Jordan, some of the great players, even Larry Bird. When you think about Larry Bird in 1992 on the Dream Team, people knock Larry Bird. They'll try to say like he was a weak link on the Dream Team, but Larry Bird's high IQ, his grit, allowed him to still be successful at a high level. He didn't need the athleticism or the quote-unquote skills. He didn't need to be 100% healthy because he had the high IQ and the savvy and the grit to go out there and make it happen, man.
Exactly. And that's what he lacks is fundamentals. He doesn't have the fundamentals of the game at a high level. This is why Kobe could still play late into his age, because he was fundamentally sound. When does LeBron use a pump fake? When have you seen LeBron pump fake? Have you?
No, you're right, Zay. The consistency at which he doesn't do those kinds of things. He might pull a pump. I tell people on my channel, the sun shines. The sun shines every once in a while on LeBron James. He'll pull a dribble move out. He'll go behind the back. It'll look fresh. He'll do some weird reverse. It might look nice, but that's very once in a while.
Yep. No creativity.
Mark Darnell, super chat, thank you, says these clips confirm he knows how bad his stats are. The mainstream media will just glaze over it anyway. He only cares about stats, not winning. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we've been saying. And
that's why he has a negative plus minus still. He's negative 70 on the season because of plays like we just saw. You're walking back across. How many times do you see a highlight of the Lakers game and you can't find LeBron James in the shot, but you know he's on the court, but you don't see him in the shot?
Oh my God. It happened this game damn near.
That's why you're negative.
Here comes some more of the game.
This one, he over here playing hopscotch. Travel bum. I told my homie, hey man, how much you want to bet he gonna try to abuse
this was just
Corey Joseph? Look at this. What is this? What?
I didn't think I saw that correctly. I was like, what happened?
Come on, man. What the I thought like there's no way. Run it back. Yeah, you gotta run that back.
He couldn't even shoot over Corey Joseph. Look at
you went ahead. You went ahead, I think.
Look at LeBron in his bag. The only bag he got is the Louis bag, the Gucci bag. Hey Alexa, play I Tried So Hard by Akon. He tried so hard to get
that head down still frame is fucking
classic. So hard.
It's great stuff.
Fanboys explain this one. He over here playing hopscotch. Travel bum. I told my homie, hey,
I'm actually shocked that they called that. Like he travels way worse than that.
yeah, there was one where he took like 7 steps holding the ball.
If LeBron James was gonna score a basket on that play, they wouldn't have called it.
Okay, everybody,
You're right.
everybody watch. I'm about to hit play here. I want you to explain the physics of how this shot ends up where it ends.
Hey, man,
Corey
how much you wanna
Joseph
bet
is
he
6
gonna try
foot
to
tall.
abuse Corey?
What?
He's got to be 6'2", 6'1".
Oh, there we go. Ass to the basket against a guy who barely comes up to his shoulder.
Corey Joseph. Look at this. What is this?
How?
Come on, fanboys.
I got a
What do you-
fanboy spam in my comment section.
I don't think people understand when we try to tell them the level of just like clumsiness that you see from LeBron James, man. That goes to the lack of overall fundamentals. When we talk about the sloppy footwork from LeBron James, the shooting motion. I mean, this man does one-legged fadeaways like he's Dirk Nowitzki. He can't shoot like Dirk Nowitzki, man. Are you kidding me right now? This guy, look what he does out there. That's insane.
Listen, that sort of a mismatch is for a good shooter is a guaranteed shot. Just shoot it from the corner where you were of the free throw line. That guy can't block your shot.
And look what he did. He literally verified what I just said like 10 minutes ago. I said when LeBron James gets the ball in the perimeter, in the triple threat, he can't shake guys in the triple threat. So he had to turn his back on these guys and try to barrel them down into the paint. Or he needs a screen.
Honestly, he looks like me with my basketball. That's about what I look like trying to run up the court now, that still frame you had of him. But no, that's not true because I don't have to run up the court because I'm playing against today's modern LeBron fans. I'm the only one who I'm the only one who runs up the court.
What? He couldn't even shoot over Corey Joseph. Look at his brick. Look at LeBron in his bag. The only bag he got is the Louis bag, the Gucci bag, because it's not on the court. He is in Orlando. LeBron is the reason why you have a new youth center. Yes, he does care. Look at this right here. You bum you. How do you miss back-to-back bunnies? Just garbage. Hang it up. Put your jersey up, man. He just shoot. Look at this. Watch this 3 here. You know this ain't going in. You know you're not gonna make.
Boy, was that. My God.
Take that. 40? Lil 40 James. Missing layups. Gimmies.
Stop it.
Yo, hold on.
Get some help.
Yo, this is insane to me. And this is once again highlighting something that doesn't get talked about much. You know, a lot of times when we laugh about LeBron James, we talk about the shot chart that he shoots. When you look at the shot chart, everything's in the paint or everything's on a three-point line. But this man misses more open layups than I've ever seen a superstar player miss.
I can't, man. Look, this shit is terrible. You have no idea how much I was laughing for real in this video. I had to cut it out. I was like, man, this is unbelievable what we're watching.
And remember, LeBron James has shot more threes in his career than Reggie Miller.
Wow.
Lil 40 James. Missing layups. Gimmies.
Stop it. Get some help.
Let's go, fanboys. Let's get into it. You seen this one before. Ben Chiro. Let's go. Flow gang. Franz and Bonchero had a 30 for 30 on them boys. Austin Reeves came out in that first quarter trying to drop something. I see you, AR.
Austin Reeves playing off ball ain't the solution, man. He needs the ball more than LaForty.
Mm-hmm.
That first quarter, but he would end up finishing with 18. 1 of 6 from the three-point line. Benny did what he was supposed to do tonight. He was 5 of 7, 4 of 6 from the three-point line, splashing. I'm not gonna lie, I would have had to sit him down after this.
Jesus.
Yes.
That's something
That's
else.
a great point, though, again. I've talked about this in my videos. JJ Redick, who once again, he's being celebrated as savant of coaching. You don't know that the longer you keep LeBron James in the game, the worse it is. I've been saying this from the beginning. LeBron James should have been playing 20, 25 minutes at most every single night, taking somewhere between 10 and 12 shots. Somehow this man's taking 18 shots a night? That's insane.
Somebody was complaining like, oh, you guys, what do you care about plus minus? I'm like, I kind of don't, except that ESPN comes out of fucking nowhere pretending to care about it in the rare occasion that LeBron James has a plus. So do we take it seriously or not? I don't even know whether to take it seriously, but I know that LeBron James is in the double negatives, sometimes 30s negative.
Yeah, but you're right, Edwage. And the reason why the plus minus is really relevant for someone like LeBron James, especially in this era of NBA, is because what is LeBron James known for doing? Stat padding in garbage time, not just chasing stats throughout the game, but staying in the game late. So you know what you pay the price of? Your plus minus. Because you're in there with your team down by 20 and you're trying to chase stats, so you're going to affect your plus minus, you goof.
And you've got that footage coming up here in a second, Zay. LeBron is really, really proud of himself of that dunk that they let him have. I mean, like, that just tells me he has no sense of reality. Are you really not aware that people just got out of your way and gave you the dunk, and he's still proud of it? And did you see it? You saw him slap the backboard against Chicago while they were getting the shit beat out of him. And why wasn't that a technical?
Exactly.
LaFody James.
We know the answer because it's LeBron James. He should have like 1,000 technicals in his career.
I would have just sat him down. And we got a hero, Bonchero, spin move, fillet. Fanboys, your glorious king is letting KCP tip offensive rebounds. He's scraping and scrambling, not getting back, not guarding anybody. I hate that they call him Baby Bron. He better than Bron, man. He's more than a bum. He's more than that. Look at Wendell Carter. I like the switch right here. He rotates because he know he can't take Luka off the dribble. But, oh, yeah, I'm taking him. Oh, yeah, give me that. Now, Luka had his 30-piece, but he shot 9 of 23 tonight. That's not going to get it done. 39.
Can you pause real quick?
Gonna get it done.
Do you understand that type of post that moving him out the way? This would have happened to LeBron all throughout the 90s, 80s, and 70s. They would have been moving him out the way like this. That's what he's not understanding, man. You cannot sit up here and disrespect the past. They played much tougher than you guys. They were way more physical than you guys. Way more. It's not even a comparison.
You know, it's probably tricky if, let's say that a fanboy actually did their homework and went to watch some of that stuff. It might not look as dramatic to their eyes because guys weren't falling down on purpose. They were actually trying to stay on their feet and show the other person that they couldn't be moved. Now you're almost encouraged to be like, ah!
That's a great point, AOH. Great point, man. Like you said, you know, we talk about LeBron James falling down, not getting knocked down. When you watch, you know, the video footage from some of these past eras, those guys are actually getting knocked down. Like you said, they don't want to fall down. They're getting knocked down. That's how physical the game was. We see LeBron James lay down and then roll around and stay down. Grown men, professional athletes used to pop right back up.
That's a fact. It was actually embarrassing if you fell on the ground. You were getting roasted if you fell onto the ground. When Shaq dunked on Sean Bradley and pushed him on the fucking ground.
Yup.
That was that's the lowest level of embarrassment in the NBA right there.
Oh, Dudley? Did you mean Dudley, or did he shove down Bradley too?
That was Dudley. Bradley. Oh, it was Dudley. My bad.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Shaq did to a lot of players, man. See, and that's what we talk about when they talk about Shaq and the dominance of Shaquille O'Neal physically, absolutely. But a lot of these guys, like someone like Will Chamberlain, was not allowed to use his physicality in the way that Shaq was able to use his. So those are the kinds of things that I remember. Shaquille O'Neal was tearing down baskets.
Here comes the I rewound to that knock him out of the way post. I might have gone too far. That's a nice finish by Reeves.
Reeves, man, he's not bad. I hope they don't give LeBron credit for making him better because he plays one-on-one. He actually gets better. LeBron doesn't play one-on-one. Have you ever heard of the greatest player on the court not wanting to play one-on-one?
No, that's ridiculous. No, I already addressed that because when we first saw Austin Reeves looking great at the end of the 2021 season, it was when LeBron James sat out and Malik Monk and Austin Reeves had their breakout games at the end of the season. And every time Austin Reeves has a really big game, LeBron doesn't play.
Yeah, he dropped 45. He dropped 45 this year.
Yeah. No
yeah,
help.
I mean, listen, I posted some screenshots earlier from the plus minuses of a lot of these guys in the team. Everyone is plus except for LeBron James, man. Rui Hachimura's plus, Austin Reeves, even Luka Doncic since he's been on the Lakers is plus. And you know who else was plus? D'Angelo Russell, but they still traded D'Angelo Russell, even though he was still a plus for the Lakers this season. You know who else is plus? Gabe Vincent. How is Gabe Vincent a plus? The man is a bench player, but somehow he's plus, but they'll tell us that LeBron James is an MVP candidate, but he's negative 70. SGA is like plus almost 800.
Wow. Plus 800. That's
the
crazy.
last time I checked, he was like plus 780 something, I think.
Wow.
Did I accidentally fast forward?
I can't see the score. What's the?
Let me try and get that chat off the screen.
Yeah, you definitely went ahead.
God damn it.
2 quarters. Oh, look at this right there. Look at this. He scored here, but look how difficult it was for him. Look how many dribbles he took. He didn't play one-on-one where you got to take 3 dribbles, 1 dribble. He don't know nothing about that because he can't score that way. That's not his way of scoring.
LeBron James lacks confidence in his one-on-one scoring ability. That's why I'm saying he needs to either turn his back or he needs to get a screen. There's no screens in one-on-one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's no screen. That's why Michael Beasley was able to beat him consistently in practice.
Yup.
They did Michael Beasley a disservice. I ain't gonna lie to you. Michael Beasley could play right now. That's a fact. I know.
Yeah, he's a head case.
Yeah.
But you're right though. He got the game for it.
Most definitely, especially today. What they're doing today? Oh my God.
You want to hear the sound? Should I rewind it and play the sound?
Do it.
All right.
You got great commentary, Zay.
Appreciate y'all.
I see why you blowing up like, it's crazy.
I appreciate that, man. For real. Yeah, you went back to the heavens, to the beginning.
You don't know how fucking fucked up this interface on StreamYard is. It's like I've got like a molecule of space to work with on the mouse here.
I try so.
God damn.
I be seeing some of these guys stream. They should be looking like a news network. How they get it set up like this? I need to find them guys. Like, hey man, you got yours set up like a news network. I need something like that.
I'm gonna try something else.
That's why I just sit in my car and yell.
Hey, Robin, I'm telling you, if you add some clips, I'm telling you, Robin, you finna go crazy, man.
I know. I wish I could do some reaction or some, like I said, some little clips or something, man. But I guess I gotta just kind of stay in my lane, man.
No, get at me. I can show you. It's not hard, bro. It's not hard. It's just sometimes it's time consuming. It's very time consuming. Editing is the worst part of YouTube. I see why people go get editors. It is the worst part of YouTube. I promise you.
Yeah, man. That's why I always tell people, man, like anyone who's a member of my channel, anyone who subscribes, likes my videos, I really appreciate it because I ain't got really nothing to give nobody. I ain't got no cool editing or no cool graphics or videos going. It's literally just me, man, yelling at you guys. So I really appreciate everybody.
Hey, man, you 100% truth. You giving out 30 minutes of truth in history.
I appreciate it.
That's what gets people over there.
Let's see how far off I am here.
Stop it.
Look at Wendell Carter. I like the switch right here. He rotates because he know he can't take Luka off the dribble. But, oh, yeah, I'm taking
There it is.
Oh, yeah, give me that. Now, Luka had his 30 piece, but he shot 9 of 23 tonight. That's not going to get it done. 39% ain't going to get it done. But
every shot Luka takes is like oh, my God. It pisses. You're like, God damn it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, damn, the Lakers are put away, but Luka's like, nah. You know
9
what
of
I mean?
23. 9 of 23 isn't going to get it done. But you know how many times I see LeBron James go 9 for 23 without criticism?
Yep.
Right
a lot.
You know, Luka in them first quarters, man, he be trying to go crazy. And I don't expect nothing different, but he went 3 of 9.
Hold on, guys. Yo, pause that real quick, LH. I want you to rewind it just a couple of seconds on that play, and I want you guys to look at everybody on the court. Luka Doncic is standing there going one-on-one. There is no movement. No one's moving. No one's making a cut, nothing. We're just standing around watching Luka Doncic. Go play it.
First quarters, man, he be trying to go crazy, and I don't expect nothing different, but he went 3 of 9 in that first quarter. That ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, that's sad. That's what pickup ball is like now. I'm like, what?
Nobody moved.
I'm like,
everyone was just standing there watching him.
Unless you're the guy shooting, you're like, why am I even here?
Let me tell y'all. Hey, this is just how they play on 2K. We are watching the 2K version of the NBA today. Because they play 2K, everybody goes to the corner, nobody moves. Yep. You might get a back door here or there. This is how they play the video game. Exactly how they play the video game. What you're watching right here.
5 free throws helped you. Now, this is what LeBron supposed to do. See, Gabe Vincent gets the steal. They push it. As soon as he gets it, pass it. Yep, perfect. Perfect. Franz was taking them boys to the cleaners. Over 4 Lakers. Lakers had no chance in hell in my Vince McMahon voice. But look at this play. I like this play. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was out of bounds. Austin Reeves with the drop off to LaForty. Fanboys, go ahead and celebrate. Dalton Connect went 1 of 1 tonight, but only played 5 minutes. Why was he in the shitter tonight? Dalton Connect has been in the shitter.
Great point.
They are so blessed to have Dalton Connect. They don't deserve a draft pick like that.
You know what?
That's what I'm saying, man. LeBron James will be playing like 20, 25 minutes and giving that effort like that, going out there and having these other guys play more.
Mm-hmm. You know what he would do on the Warriors? Oh my God.
Shit.
Yeah.
As Luka Doncic turned into the free throw merchant. Yeah, he's the
Put him with Jokic on the Nuggets.
EST, GSP, PSP, KCP for 3.
I like that. That was a bar. That was a bar, Zay.
You know how scared all the European haters are of the idea of Luka and Jokic on the same team. What are they gonna say after that? Because I think that's gonna be, well, I don't know. You think they'll get along or not? They look like they get along, but
yeah,
but he's such a crybaby. One of them's a crybaby and the other one isn't. Those personalities don't usually mesh that well.
Yeah, aren't they from the same hood or something? I don't mean to say
who?
Jokic and Luka.
Oh, Doncic?
Yeah, they from the same hood, ain't they?
Yeah, I think they from around the same way. I'm not sure. I think Doncic is what, Croatian and Jokic is Serbian.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I'm not sure. I know they're not in the same country, I think, but like this, like I said, they're countrymen, I guess you would say.
Yeah. Okay, I thought they were.
It's all right, Zay. It's the same continent. They're from the same. We can just call it continent the hood.
You know what's funny though? I heard Luka Doncic's father say the other day that he doesn't think that his son is still better than Drazen Petrovic yet.
Ooh, that's a challenge. He's challenging his son.
Right, exactly. I respected that. It was almost like I remember Barry Sanders' father always telling him he'll never be greater than Jim Brown. No matter how many yards he runs for, no matter what he does, Jim Brown's going to be the greatest.
Yep, that's psychological.
Boys in the game, though. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's Serbia and Slovenia. Shame on us for not knowing that.
Hey, at least I knew it was 2 regions.
I don't care what country you from. I want to see you ball. I don't give a damn.
Exactly.
I want to see you ball.
They slick. They didn't put in that 8-0 run that the Magic went on at the end of the second quarter. That's petty. Show the 8-0 run. Show them boys how they can't close out quarters. Here you go, fanboys. Let me get you started for the third. It ain't gonna be good.
Don't
change, boys. 34-18. As the Magic started to pull out their belt, I started to put mine on the charger. I had to put mine on the charger from the last time I used it. I just pulled it out on Sunday. Look at LaForty. Yeah.
You see how he hooked him? You seen how he hooked him?
Seen Rui Hachimura?
Oh my God!
Didn't that turn into a turnover against the Bulls? His hooking, and he just lost the ball in the middle of the hook.
And they just started running. He didn't even try to get the ball.
He just started running.
This is sad, man.
I don't know why they allow him to rap like that every single time. It's illegal.
Right in
Hey,
front of the
Rui,
ref.
man, they gonna put you on the trading block.
You see, he trying to run like he was about to chase it down.
And then
He
stop.
tried to run. He's like, yeah.
Yo, hold on. Everybody in the chat that's knocking us for not knowing the countries of Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic, man, cut me some slack, man. My goodness, I've been to so many different countries when I was in the Navy and stuff, man. So once again, we misspoke. Forgive us.
Yeah.
The sad thing is I do know the countries, but my brain is shit. I can't recall information on the spot. I mean, we all know that Jokic is from Serbia. I mean, the U.S. just played Serbia, if you don't know that, but a little bit harder to remember. See, I can't remember his fucking name. And
I didn't say he was from Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I knew he ain't from here.
I didn't say, oh, yeah, I think he's from Australia or
Luka.
Japan, maybe. Oh, wait, no, I thought I saw him play for the South Sudan.
No, but we should have been better.
Will do anything for a center right now. Anything. Just look
Can
at
you
all
pause
this
it real
dribbling.
quick?
Dribbling, but ain't even going though.
Fanboys, don't let this be the interference. We talking the truth. You're talking about, oh, he got the country wrong. Fanboys, look at the truth. You watching the truth right here. Fuck the countries. Talk about the truth. They try to take one thing that you said, like, oh, yep, he's not credible. Look at the truth. Look at the proof we showing you.
It's bully ball. That's it. That's all he could do. Look at this Laker defense, doubling but not rotating, not getting back to where you supposed to be. Ends up with an open.
Who did LeBron James guard there? Who did he guard in that play?
Did you see him? Did you see his
The
3-year-old?
man was playing his zone and Lakers are playing man.
Here's LeBron James when he doesn't play defense and the other team scores.
Look at his face. Look at his reaction. Look at the body language from a superstar player, from the greatest player of all time. That's the body language.
Hey, he been playing too much Madden because he out there roving. In football, we call this roving. He's out there roving.
That's all.
This is not defense.
I knew the Lakers were in trouble when Wendell Carter came down and hit this three. I was like, oh yeah, I smell trouble. You see something new with every game with the Lakers. This is a double offensive rebound. Nobody even close, nearby.
No, they didn't even move for the rebound. They didn't move.
Hey, was LeBron in the game? Because I only saw 4 Lakers.
No, he's not in there. I don't think.
He's not in there. No.
Like a GTA character, like, hey, excuse me, sir, pardon me, I need this. Fanboys, I know you were hurt, you were in shambles. Watching Franz do this, I know you was at home like.
God
Fanboys,
damn it.
Aaron Black outscored your entire bench by himself. Robert Horry was like, I've never even heard of the fella before tonight. But Luka was trying to keep y'all in the game. Who is slower, Luka or Paul Pierce?
That's a good question. Who do y'all think is slower? Hey, chat, Paul Pierce or Luka? Who is slower?
LaFauti doing what he do best, pass that ball. Yes, sir. LeBron really slow y'all down, man. He just slows the game down too much. You gotta get ready.
Who did he guard on that play?
Boy, I promise you, you're gonna be so much happier.
Look at him calling for the foul. Oh, he ain't getting back.
You're not gonna see the full potential.
Where is he in the screenshot? Where is he?
Go back. He gotta go back to that one.
Where is he in the screenshot?
That's why I assumed he was the one missing previously.
Fanboys, I know you were hurt. You were in shambles. Watching Franz do this, I know you was at home like.
I love it.
That's a good movie.
Fanboys, Aaron Black outscored your entire bench by himself.
Why the fuck did you guys see LeBron James was ahead of everyone? Why don't you get down there and stop the ball and let someone else, pick up? I mean, what the fuck is he doing? Why did he stop?
Horry was like, I've never even heard of the fella before tonight. But Luka was trying to keep y'all in the game. Who is slower, Luka or Paul Pierce? He give me real Paul Pierce vibes.
Love this shit.
LaFauti doing what he do best, pass that ball. Yes, sir. LeBron really slow y'all down, man. He just slows the game down too much. You gotta get rid of him. Fanboy.
This is the play right here.
I promise you, you're gonna be so.
Where you going? Watch him.
He's complaining. He's charging the ref.
Watch
so
him.
much happier.
Wow, he's walking. He's not even going to pretend.
How come we can see the referee but not
see
LeBron James?
The full potential of Rui.
We saw the referee but not LeBron James.
Yeah, I don't want to hear any about the old white unathletic people of the 80s and 90s when referees today are outrunning LeBron James.
You can see the referee in the corner. I could not see a yellow jersey.
Or Dalton Connect until LaFody is out the building or they get traded. Y'all know how they love to say he makes people
Who did LeBron James guard on that play, man?
Name a young player that LeBron has helped develop and make better. Don't you dare say Kyrie Irving, because Kyrie was already Kyrie before LaForty came back home. You know I ain't lying. I mean, the Lakers tried to make a little run. They had cut it down to 7. You know, hey, Jackson Hayes rim running. I need to see more of that from him.
You see,
but
what's happened to Jackson Hayes since LeBron been back?
Yeah, demoted. I thought Jackson Hayes looked excited celebrating LeBron. His mouth got a little bit wider hanging out with Luka. He was having a great fucking time with Luka.
Yeah, because he go catch lobs all game. Go ahead, my man, Robin.
No, because you know what the interesting thing about LeBron James teams is that because he's always making trades and signing free agents, that you can never really have a straight up rotation that's nailed down during the season. They're trying to figure. It's like, my God, like, how are you still trying to figure things out? Like you said, all of a sudden Dalton Connect plays 5 minutes, but the other night he'll play 20. He'll play 17. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I did a video a couple of days ago about the Lakers don't really seem to make halftime adjustments often. They come out of that halftime flat. They have many games where they score in the teens coming out of the half, or they get blown out by 15, 20 points in the third quarter because they're not prepared, because they're not making halftime adjustments. JJ Redick, what are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a fact.
You remember what happened to the last security guards? And he showed them what happened to the last security guard. And Fanboys, this is your man playing center. This is your glorious king that you write all these songs about, playing 1 through 5, playing that center.
Guarding no one.
What's happening when you play center? Oh yeah,
Wow.
barbecue time. Oh, we feast.
Hey,
It's time to feast.
Monchero
We
just as
having the
big as
Last
him.
Supper.
Montero looked pretty big.
And keep watching that body language.
Now,
Keep watching it.
That was a child.
watch LaForty finna come down the stat pad. He like, man, shit. It's already over. I gotta get mine. Gotta get mine, nephew.
The
Go
great
James!
defense of the
Too late for that.
2020.
Go James!
It's too late for that. They gonna show that dunk on ESPN.
It is trouble in paradise. Fanboys, what are you gonna do? I know you wondering, like, how did we get?
You know what? I'm sorry, but I got to go back to that because that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. About you don't need a go-to move.
Oh, man.
Watch this. Tell me what the move is.
Yeah, like I said,
That's
and
been
once again,
all of his career.
there's no big man down low. There's no centers.
Yep.
Now, look, you don't even have to compliment it if you want to. What? Tell me, what was the fucking move?
Everyone's on a 3-point line.
He went straight. Nothing at all changed.
And see, and right there, you can't put a body or a hand on nobody. Back in the day, if you could put bodies on guys and hand check guys, LeBron James can't do that move that smooth.
Exactly. There's no bravery involved when you do something like that, because if you get past the perimeter, you know there's nothing bad waiting for you. You're not going to get put on your ass. You're not going to run into Charles Oakley or Mason.
I mean, no one even slid their feet over.
Nobody even fucking pretended. It's so pathetic.
It is trouble in paradise. Fanboys, what are you gonna do? I know you wondering, like, how did we get here? Fanboys, let me tell you.
Look at the fanboys in the crowd with the jerseys.
It's time to pack your bags, fanboys, because you know next month is going to be very hard for you. You better be careful who you play in that first round, because that first round, you might go down. And you know, 93Z gonna be here to document this. I'm gonna be back with a real special belt to ass to lay y'all to rest. But this the part of the video where I need y'all.
You can pause it now. Fanboys, it's gonna be tough. Is he got to play 5 more games so he can get his All-NBA third team. He's got to play 5 more games. Is he gonna find a way out of 11 games? He's got to find a way to load manage 5 games.
That's a great point, Zay, because we know that's why LeBron James all of a sudden last season played more than 70 games for the first time in like years. He had to make sure that he could qualify for that All-NBA third team that he loves to be on now, that they keep gifting this man. Don't no one care about these All-NBA third team selections, man.
Not at all, but they're going to use that, though.
Exactly.
His such and such All-NBA selection.
Yep.
Exactly. They're going to read the list of accolades. You're not going to hear the third team part. You're going to say selected to All-NBA this many times. I don't know if anything's more offensive than the Olympic MVP, though. That was just astonishing.
It's sad. It's like when you figure out the secret sauce, man. We know ESPN's secret sauce. They lie. They make
it's funny, like I said, they celebrate the MVP, but you never heard anyone ever talk about the Olympic MVPs before. We did not even know that was an actual award. We thought people were lying about that stuff. And all of a sudden we found out it was an actual award. No one cares. That makes no relevancy.
And then they started voting for it like 4 games before the fight.
Yep. We all know Steph Curry deserved that MVP.
Hey, Sports and Fitness Rants, I listened to a little bit of you this morning while I was jogging, and it was the Markieff Morris thing. And you mentioned, these guys don't have any integrity, or they sell their integrity. And I thought, I'm not sure they had any. I think it's easy to behave the way that they act today because these people don't even start with integrity. You offer someone who has no integrity a paycheck, it's a no-brainer. It's not a matter of, should I sell my integrity? No, they didn't have any in the fucking first place.
Yeah, that's a great point, AOH. You're right. We might be giving a lot of these guys more credit than they deserve. And we try to do that because we don't know them personally. I tell people a lot of times here, I can only judge these guys based off of them being the professional athlete and how they, put themselves out in the public for us to view and judge them that way. I don't know these guys behind closed doors, but a lot of the fans of the guys today, they speak to us as if they do know them personally. That's why I find it laughable when they'll talk to me that, LeBron James don't care about what you say. He's a billionaire. I laugh at that. What does the money have to do with anything? Selling your integrity, like you mentioned, AOH, has nothing to do with your money. Because I tell people all the time, man, at the end of the day, when you're dead and gone, when we're all dead and gone, man, hundreds of years from now, people are not going to remember you for the money you had. They're going to remember you because of the way you made them feel, the things that you actually did, man. That's what's going to stay around. How people view you, how your kids talk about you, how your great-grandkids, how it's passed down, the story of you, not the story of your money.
That's a fact. People worship money too much, man. It's really sad to see. It's sad to see how much they worship.
It's interesting that his injury is, he called it day to day. Which games are you guys? Should we play some bets? You guys want to say which games he's going to miss?
I don't think he's playing both Thunder games for sure. I definitely don't think that.
How many games has he played already in this season? There are 11 games left for the Lakers?
Correct.
Yep, it's 11, yep.
How many has he played right now? 64?
No, he's only played 60, I think.
60 games?
Yeah. What happened to him playing 82? I want to play 82 games.
I think LeBron James will play like 70 or 71 games, so he might play every game. He might miss 1 or 2, but I think he's going to play probably like 70 games, just like he did last year. I think he played 71 games last year. The funny thing about LeBron James over the last several seasons, the last 2 years, as a matter of fact, when you hear LeBron James fans talk, they always love to talk about his teammates. And these guys didn't do X, Y, Z. They talk about Anthony Davis a lot over the last several years and his fragility and him always missing games. But over the last 2 seasons, it was actually, in fact, Anthony Davis that was there more often than LeBron James was. He was more frail than Anthony Davis. He was in street clothes more often than Anthony Davis. but they don't want to talk about these kinds of things. LeBron James has missed more games in LA than Michael Jordan missed in his entire Bulls career. That's counting the foot injury, all of his games he missed in his entire Bulls career. 13 years, he missed less games than LeBron James did just on the Lakers.
Wow.
You know what? I think I'm gonna work on that Magic game today to find the smaller details. Edit that. You guys got anything other pressing topics before we bring this to an end?
So they play the Pacers tomorrow. Well, tonight, right? They play the Pacers tonight. Then they got the Bulls, Grizzlies, and Rockets. Do you think he sits out versus the Rockets? He got to play the Rockets twice. He's got to play the Rockets.
What's going to be interesting, Zay, is towards these last, 4 or 5 games or so, some of these teams might start resting their guys. Some of these teams might start not really being concerned about winning these games down the stretch. You think about someone like OKC, I don't know what they're going to do. They pretty much locked up the #1 seed. They got really nothing to play for, so to speak. They've won 60 games now this season, which is very impressive for the OKC Thunder. To me, they've been the most consistent and the best team this season by far. To me, SGA has been the most consistent and best superstar in the NBA this season. He's missed the least amount of games of any of these superstar players. He plays both sides of the court, man. And to me, it's going to be, like I said, interesting to see what some of these teams do down the stretch trying to push for a spot. Or remember, some of these teams will actually try to position themselves. A team like the Lakers, they're very calculated. They might lose a game on purpose. LeBron James might sit games on purpose, so maybe they lose. They're going to rest Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, and who knows what they do. That's the weirdness about the NBA.
Yeah, because they were talking about the Lakers need to drop down to the 6th seed, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. So they have to avoid OKC in that second round. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's close. You know, it's funny if they lose like 1 or 2 games more, all of a sudden they're like in the 6th seed. It's very close between like the 2nd and the 5th or 6th seed. You lose 1 or 2 games, all of a sudden you drop into a playing scenario, and that's what the Lakers definitely don't want to be in, is in a playing scenario.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Someone, and sorry, stupid, unworldly me, I don't know what country this is, gave us a little history lesson. Serbia and Slovenia both used to be part of Yugoslavia. I do know that. Also, Luka Doncic's father is of Serbian descent. I mean, that section of Europe is complicated. You know, you had Czechoslovakia, which became the Czech Republic and the Slovak Republic, and then you have the Yugoslavia, which was also torn up by war. By the time I got to Czechoslovakia, it was split into the Czech Republic. Robin, I already asked you, did you spend much time in Europe?
Yeah, I was in actually split Croatia. So shout out to everybody in split Croatia. Like I said, I remember talking to people about Michael Jordan in Croatia, talking about Tony Kukoc in Croatia with some of these people. Hell, man, I tell you a quick story how we ran to a group of skinheads in Croatia. You know, one thing, we were walking down the street in one of these, and like I said, in split Croatia, and we're walking down the alley here, and on the wall, there's about 5 or 6 of us, and on the wall, we see a giant swastika, right? Okay. So one of the guys that I'm with, he's like, damn, man, this is crazy. So he's like, we turn to the left, and what do we see? A group of skinheads. I'm not lying, guys. A true story, man. And we just happen to be a group of 5 or 6 black guys in Croatia. And this is like 2000, and I think it was like 2000, I want to say it was. And we come walking down the street. They're walking right at us, and it's a narrow alley. There's no room for maneuvering here. There's no way to avoid these guys and act like we didn't see them. So we have to pass these guys. And we tried to do the cool thing. We're in the military. We're representing for America. We put their heads down and we act like we don't see them. But of course, one of my friends had to say something, right? But they don't understand what the hell we're saying. And we all go about our business without doing anything crazy. But it's just crazy, man. Like I said, I was in a lot of these countries out there.
That's crazy.
What a place to be stationed. Split. What a town.
I wasn't stationed there. These are the countries that I visited on my 2 deployments. I did 2 deployments in the U.S. Navy in 2000 and 2002, and that was one of the countries that I went to and one of my deployments. I was also in Italy and Turkey and Spain and Italy, France. We went to a bunch of places.
Hey, thank you for your service, man.
Nah, thank you, Zay, man. I love this country. I love doing, we're able to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love my country too, man. I'm just like y'all. I love my motherfucking country. I do.
Yo, I tell people all the time, man, listen, man, we know this country ain't perfect. This country's jacked up too. But at the same time, man, there's no other place I'd rather be because I've been to some of these other countries, man. And I'm not saying that anything against these other countries. But when you look at the news and you see bombs being dropped and people running in fear, you don't have to worry about those kinds of things in this country, man.
Oh,
So
yeah.
those are things that we have to be thankful for and remember at the end of the day.
That's a fact. You know, you can get rich building a business or at the casino, or you could die at a stoplight here. So, you know, it's
right.
So,
gentlemen, appreciate your time. Thanks for joining. Thanks everybody who tuned in. Zay, thanks for the comedy and your breakdown. Robin released a few videos this morning. Zay's got his belt to ass videos, and I've got my LeBron ducking Giannis.
The ducker
came out this morning. But hey, I'll see you guys. I don't know if I'll be able to do Friday live, but we'll do Sunday, okay?
For sure. For sure.
Yeah,
Sunday.
absolutely, man.
Tune in
Thanks a lot,
Sunday.
AOH. I'm sorry, Zay.